Hello, welcome in this YouTube channel. Today we are going to study the internal structure and composition of the earth. This is our earth and we are here. Do we know what things lies beneath the earth? क्या हम जानते हैं कि अर्थ के नीचे क्या है? हम अगर कोई सरफेस के अंदर गड्ढा खोदें तो कितनी गहराई तक खोद सकते हैं, और आज तक सबसे जो डीप माइन है वो कोलार की गोल्ड माइन है, जो कि 4 किलोमीटर से भी ज़्यादा गहरी अंडरग्राउंड में खोदी जा चुकी है। लेकिन इसके नीचे भी क्या है, अर्थ की गहराई क्या है और इसका कंपोजिशन क्या है, लेट्स सी इन द नेक्स्ट. First of all, we discuss about the origin of the earth. There are many theories and hypotheses regarding the origin of the earth. Somewhat meteors and asteroid bombardment of the earth, gravitational compression, density, stratified planet. So about the internal structure of earth, there are two types of evidence. First one is direct and second one is indirect. So direct evidence is from rock sample. Scientists drill up to 12 km in the earth, force blast rock from as deep as 100 km. And indirect evidences that are from seismic waves. So scientists record seismic waves that travel times and direction to give indication of Earth's internal structure. There are two kinds of seismic waves. First one is the primary wave and second one is the S wave or secondary wave. So primary waves travel through both solid and liquid and travel a fast speed 6 km per second, and travel through crust 6 km per second and mantle through 8 km per second. There are much more speed in the mantle. Secondary wave move side to side, travel only through solid material, not from liquid, and the velocity is slower, so 4 km per second. So P wave and S wave make a shadow zone here. So this is a seismic wave velocity graph of P wave S wave. So we can see clear here that the P wave velocity is faster and just goes to the at the depth of 2,900 kilometer, and just a sudden abruptly change, and then it in the at the depth of 2,900 kilometer, then again it's goes to the straight, and then at the depth of more than 5,000 kilometer once again diverted and then goes to the straight. Here in the case of S wave shear wave velocity, that is the speed of is 4 km per second, and at the depth of 2,900 kilometer it's abruptly disappears. So interior layers, there are three types of layer: crust, mantle and core. Zone of material with distinctive characteristic make up the earth layer. So earth layer, as we think that these are three layers: crust, mantle and core. And for example, how layers are similar to the egg. So the cell of the egg is just like a crust, and white part of the egg is just like a mantle, and yellow yolk is just like the core. The crust, this is where we live, a layer of rock that forms the crust outer skin, including rock under the ocean. It is very thin in comparison to the other three layers. So, crust is divided into two types: continental crust and oceanic crust. So, oceanic crust is just below the ocean, and continental crust is just on the continents. Continental crust underlies the continents, and here the rock density is 2.7 gram per cc. Average rock thickness is 35 to 40 km. Rock types are generally granites and made up of silica and aluminum and other light minerals, and it is at least 3.8 billion year old. Oceanic crust underlies the ocean. Here the rock density is somewhat heavier, that is 3.7 gram per cc. Average rock thickness is 7 to 10 km. Rock types are dark colored, generally basalt, and they are 200 million years old. If we discuss the crustal composition, then 46% of crust is composed of oxygen, 28% is composed of silicon, 8% aluminum, 6% iron, 4% calcium, and other rest is sodium, potassium, titanium, and others. So mantle, it is the second layer of the earth. Its depth is 35 km to 2900 km. It is divided into upper mantle and lower mantle. Lithosphere. The crust and upper layer of the mantle together makes a zone of rigid, brittle rock called lithosphere just above the asthenosphere. Now, mantle convection cell. Convection heat is transferred by movement of heated fluid in the mantle. Hot material rises toward the lithosphere. The hot material reaches the base of lithosphere where it cools and sinks back down through the mantle. The cool material is replaced by more hot material, and so on for a large convection cell. So, mantle convection cell as a plate move apart, new warm material is erupted to fill the gaps. And third one is the core, the inner part of the Earth's interior. The core of Earth is like a ball of very hot metals. It is divided into outer core and inner core. The outer core is liquid and composed of melted metals of molten iron and nickel. Convection flow of this fluid generates much of the Earth's magnetic field. Temperature is around 2000 degrees and thickness is 1400 miles. Inner core. It runs from 5150 to 6701 kilometers. 6371 kilometers. Inner core is solid iron nickel alloy. It is hotter than the outer core. High temperature and pressure, not able to move about like a liquid. Temperature are estimated between 4500 to 5500 degrees Celsius. Thickness 1221 kilometers. These are the physical layers. So crust, mantle, and core. So we can the layers in the combined form: crust, mantle, in this continental crust, oceanic crust, lithosphere, mesosphere, solid inner core, and so the earth crust is broken into 19 pieces. These plates move on the top of the asthenosphere. So thank you.